Alright boys, mini garage time. Mini garage has moved and my garage is even more mini. Oh brother. But I got a sweet driveway now. I can load the truck up on the trailer and leave it out overnight before a trip, which is a big plus. So today I'm doing finishing up the header. So I already took it to the shop and I cut off the ball and socket deal that it came with and welded on a cheap eBay stainless V-band, which just has more clearance and obviously I think a better seal because the O2 sensor is going to be post V-band. So we'll cut to that clip right now. Well, I got my header, my eBay header. Since I live in the great state of California, I had to have it shipped up to Oregon and then shipped down here. But I've already deleted one of the stock O2 bungs, put a nice curved filler plate on there. Next thing I'm going to do is cut this flange off, ball flange, and I got a cheap stainless V-band that I'm going to weld on there so that when I take it home I can mount it up and swivel it around and it'll seal up better than this thing will. You may be asking yourself at this point, Sam, how do you know how to line the flange up? Well, the answer is lined up. At this point, you may be asking yourself, Sam, what are your welding settings and what sort of tungsten are you using? Well, I have tungsten and I have filler rod. I have a welder and I have gas. You figure it out. This ain't a goddamn welding channel. And just like that, the flange is welded. Now, on to the next. So now we're back and I got the old header here and I just got to clean up the head, put her on there and drill a spot for the O2 sensor. And we're getting ready to go to the Rubicon here in a couple weeks. So I got to get her all dialed in. I got to put the header on and weld up my old race muffler onto the new header, onto the new mid pipe, and fix the chain. I also got a new gas tank, sweet new fuel cell. Carter took his back for the FJ, so I got a little bit skinnier, a little bit taller, same capacity, and so we'll finalize that fuel system. And probably not going to do that today. I'm just going to work on the header today and maybe tear apart the front end a little bit. But you can see this place is cramped. I'm super cramped. I had to get this truck to fit in here. The spring the leaf shackles, or the leaf spring itself, is touching that shelf. I had to back it up, and I think the shelf's honestly leaned backwards a little bit. I had to shove the shelf into the garage. Listen here, brother. Time to work on the old rock crawler. Here's to you. It's gonna be one of them days, brother. You've called already for Jenny Allen, Noah Cyrus. This is us. I'll take care of that, Scotty. Alright, check it. This is a 90 to 95 4Runner 2-wheel drive header. You can see that it clears. It's not bolted up, but you can see that it clears real nice. I might have to do a little heat shielding or bending right there on that coolant hose, but get these wires out of the way here. But it's real nice. It's gonna look good, gonna sound good. Guys, that was really hard. I didn't clean the threads or replace any hardware or anything. How would I do that? Using old junk. I did get a new gasket though. The header is, you know, like all Chinese exhaust parts, they're supplied with junk gaskets. So I did get a OE style gasket, but I hope I don't have to do that again. That was crazy. You can see my frame rail clearance isn't exactly what I wanted, but when I rolled it, I discovered that the engine mounts are worn out, so you know, the engine almost fell out of the truck. But so at some point when I get some extra coin here, I'll do some engine mounts in it. Probably some kind of poly bushing, or I don't know, whatever. Alright, let's get on to the mid-pipe section. Oh, yeah. That's nice and cozy down here. Oh, yeah. I don't know if this is gonna fit. Oh, she fits. Guys, if you're doing exhaust work, get yourself a V-band. Get yourself some V-band clamps. I'm telling you right now, get the locking V-bands. There's male-female flanges that lock together so you can't move it, or you can't slip it. Here. So you see how that joint is flush? I can twist it, but I can't move it up and down because there's a male-female and they lock in there. So there she is. Alright, so she doesn't fit that well. She goes up underneath the cross member there, and it's kind of over there, but I'm going to take her to the shop before the Rubicon, and so I can weld this muffler up there. And alright guys, got the exhaust all finished up. I'll show you the O2 sensor here. Oh, look at that. O2 sensor is right in there. Just had to weld it up and actually bolt it up to that muffler that I got on there. And then I got the fuel cell mounted in there. Let me get over here. Got the fuel cell mounted in there. So that's plumbed and ready to go. And I got the charging cable. The factory Toyota stuff wasn't up to the task, so I got upgraded the charging wire to the battery. So now I'm getting 14 volts, which is major for all the electronics, fuel pump, fans, all that stuff. Thermostat was stuck, so I put a new one of those in, and we're going to the Rubicon, so that should finally fixed up, except for that flat tire. But that's it for now. Like, comment, subscribe for more of this tiny little mini garage and more truck stuff, more goofing off with trucks.